Let's dig deeper. Picture this. You're at a party, and across the room, you spot someone glaring at you like you just stole their parking spot. Your brain? It's already in red alert mode, pumping out stress chemicals, deciding if you need to fight, run, or awkwardly pretend you didn't see it. The fun part, this isn't social anxiety. It's ancient software running in your head, fine-tuned over thousands of generations. Your brain is hardwired to spot angry faces faster than anything else. You could be surrounded by 100 smiling people, but that one scowl, your amygdala zooms in like a sniper. Scientists even tested this with babies. Yep, babies who don't know taxes or traffic, and they could still spot the angry face hiding in a sea of neutral ones. Turns out, this skill kept our ancestors from getting eaten or stabbed. And thanks to those paranoid ancestors, here you are, overanalyzing your coworker's resting murder face at meetings. This system is so jumpy, it makes you see faces where there aren't any, like a car grill that looks ready to attack, or creepy faces in the clouds. Your brain would rather fire off 1,000 false alarms than miss that one real danger. Imagine this. You're chilling in a forest because you decided camping was a good idea, and out of nowhere, a dark shape starts getting bigger and bigger above you. Your brain doesn't wait for logical analysis like, oh, that's just Jim throwing a frisbee. Nope. Before you even process what's happening, your body's diving for cover like you're starring in your own action movie. This is your looming detector firing on all cylinders, ancient neural code designed to help you avoid becoming lunch for something with claws. Scientists have shown that your superior colliculus, fancy term for your built-in panic sensor, flips out the second something starts expanding rapidly in your field of vision. It doesn't even have to be a real predator to set it off. Show an animal or, you just a dark circle getting bigger on a screen and boom, instant flinch mode. This happens so fast your conscious brain can't keep up. That's why your heart jumps when a 3D monster lunges at you in a movie, or when a ball flies at your face during a game. It's not your fault. It's just your survival software going, abort, abort. Ever had your heart race because of a smell, before your brain even caught up? That's your nose, the unsung hero of your survival squad. While your eyes and ears take the scenic route, your nose has a VIP lane straight to your limbic system, the part running your emotions and panic buttons. That whiff of smoke that makes you tense, blame evolution. Smoke used to mean run or burn in caveman times. The wild part, your brain processes bad smells faster than good ones. So while you're wondering if that's fresh bread or burnt toast, your inner caveman's already grabbing his go bag. And once a smell links to danger, good luck forgetting it. That's why trauma survivors can panic from the faintest whiff of a trigger scent. Your nose remembers what your brain tries to forget, like an overdramatic alarm that just wants you alive. You know that weird full-body shiver you get when you brush up against something pointy, or even just see a jagged fence or a nasty-looking piece of furniture? Congrats, that's your ancient porcupine reflex kicking in. Back in the day, sharp things weren't just an inconvenience. They were death by infection waiting to happen. So your body decided, let's overreact to all sharp stuff, just in case. Your skin's packed with sensors that fire panic signals the second they think you've touched something spiky. And the fun part, this skips your logical brain. It's straight from skin to survival mode. That's why even if you know it's just an IKEA table, your nerves scream, nope, danger, you flinch, shiver, maybe curse, because evolution figured false alarms were better than tetanus. Your ancient DNA's just trying to help. Okay, let's be honest, even if you're not afraid of heights, standing near the edge of anything taller than your fridge makes your body act like you're about to star in a disaster movie. Your palms sweat, your heart goes full drum solo, your legs, suddenly made of spaghetti. This isn't because you're weak, it's your brain's ancient survival app screaming, hey genius, falling equals dead. Scientists call it the visual cliff test. They plop babies who don't even know gravity exists on a clear platform that looks like a drop. The babies, they freeze. Mom's on the other side like, Come here, sweetie. But baby survival mode says nope. Your inner ear says, we're off balance, panic now. Your eyes say, cool, let's die today, that dread at tall heights? It's your tree-dwelling ancestors begging you not to be an idiot. Let's set the scene. Your ancient ancestor, let's call him Og, is sitting in a cave. It's cold, it's dark, and Og sees this wild flickering thing outside. Fire. Now Og's brain is doing something weird. Part of him is terrified. What the heck is that? It's gonna eat me. But another part, totally mesmerized, pretty lights. Want to touch, that mental tug of war, still happening in your head today. Fire was both the scariest and most useful thing we ever discovered. Too close, you're toast. Control it. You're warm, fed, and safer from saber-toothed cats. That's why you can't stop staring at campfires or candles. Your inner caveman's going, yes. Fire means safety, mostly that sliver of fear. It never left the ones who weren't afraid enough. Crispy Ogs, so next time you zone out by the fire, thank your ancestors. Imagine standing at the edge of a dense, dark forest at dusk. The logical part of you might think, needs, adventure awaits, but your body? It's slamming the brakes so hard you practically feel your feet grow roots. This is your ancient pause button kicking in, the one that saved your ancestors from walking straight into the jaws of whatever was hungry and hiding behind those trees. Dense forests were like nature's version of a haunted house. Every rustle, every shadow could mean predator, ambush, death. So your subconscious developed a simple rule: stop, scan, do not enter without backup or at least a really big stick. And here's the kicker: even if you've lived your whole life in a city, where the scariest predator is a pigeon with an attitude, that ancient software still runs. That's why so many horror movies start with someone stepping into a dark forest. They're hacking right into your primal fear circuit. Your brain doesn't care that the biggest danger is probably tripping over a root. It's convinced there's a monster waiting just out of sight. Because for thousands of years, there probably was. You ever walk near a rocky cliff or one of those unstable-looking boulder piles, and suddenly your stomach does a flip? Welcome to the jagged landscape panic reflex. Our ancestors lived in a world where unstable ground wasn't just inconvenient, it was lethal. One wrong step could mean a fall, a crushed foot, or a lovely new home at the bottom of a canyon. Your brain developed a hazard detector so good it still goes off today. Even when you're standing behind a perfectly safe guardrail, that little lurch you feel? That's your ancient DNA grabbing the steering wheel and yelling, nope, we're not dying on my watch. That's also why folklore from all over the world is full of spooky mountain spirits, cursed cliffs, and haunted peaks. Even ancient stories were just humans trying to explain why their brains were screaming, stay away. And that, folks, is your nervous system being its usual paranoid self. More weird science coming soon. Hit subscribe and tell me in the comments what freaks you out the most.